Okay, right, I'm Philippa Sanders, or Pipsticks is my nickname, and we're representing British Nordic Walking today at the Limpau Games, and this is my colleague.
Hi, my name is Sandy Lapping and I'm also a Nordic Walking instructor.
Right, so today we've been having an introduction to Nordic Walking session. Nordic Walking is a fantastic activity. First developed in Finland back in the 1930s as an elite activity for skiers, so that they could practice their skiing during the summer months. But actually now it's a sport for all. Everybody can do it, regardless of our health, our fitness. It's brilliant. We actually exercise about 90% of the muscles in our body. And because it's a social activity, we can talk along the way. Sandy and I will have a really good chat as we go, and which means that we're going to exercise a few more muscles. But some of the key benefits, especially for amputees, is that Nordic walking helps with our posture. It's a nice balanced exercise, so we can be nice and upright. It helps us with our gait, so we can work on our gait improvements. It gives us more confidence, more balance confidence as we're walking. And then it also helps to tone all of our muscles. So it's a great workout for our core and our upper body because we're using our poles in a four-wheel drive. Sandy, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think also, you've already mentioned, but it's really just an overall all-body exercise. It engages the core. And it's really sociable, so you can walk at all abilities and still have a chat and not feel totally exhausted afterwards, which I think for a lot of people is a bit of a limitation sometimes. It's all about gentle exercising but working the whole body.
And one thing that we've looked at today is the exercises that we can do with our poles. So when we're not walking ourselves, we're actually walking, we can use our poles to do some exercises so that we can push and pull and push and pull and work our exercises in different ways, and we can dip down and dip up and dip down. So we can do a whole host of different exercises as we go, and we can adapt those for all sorts of different abilities. So we can have somebody that is quite able, quite strong, doing one exercise. They can do it in a slightly different way to somebody who's less able, and then still get the good benefits. So it's excellent that everybody can exercise together as a group. So it's perfect for that. So another great thing about Nordic walking is that it's outdoors. Okay, we've got brilliant weather today, but actually walking in the rain can actually lift the spirits. But walking outdoors, connecting with nature, really helps to lift our spirits. It releases our endorphins, our happy hormones in our body. Unlike being within a gym where you've got four stayed walls, here our landscape, our wallpaper changes with every single walk as the weather changes, as the season changes. So we might do the same walk, but it'll be different. It'll be different every single time we do it. So just get out, enjoy the countryside, a good walk with some poles, Nordic walk, and get fit.
Can you walk on grass, concrete?
You can. We can walk on grass. My poles have got quite sharp spikes on, which give me a nice purchase. I have some other poles which have a blunt tip, and we can have some little rubber paws
Like these.
fit on the bottom to enable us to walk on the concrete. We then have, for those of us that like to go fast, the sharp tips. So they give you a really good purchase and enable you to get an extra push and go a little bit faster on the poles. And again, we can attach the rubber tips to those as well. You can find out more information from British Nordic Walking. We have a network of instructors across the whole country. Sandy and I operate in the Chilterns, wonderful Chiltern Hills. I'm near Henley.
I'm just down the road in Wendover. So.
We're local to here at Stoke Mandeville. But we do have a number of instructors across the whole country. British Nordic Walking, check out their website and you can find all their instructors on their Find an Instructor page.
So Anne, earlier today you was at the Limpau Games and you was doing some Nordic walking. How did you find it?
Yeah, I have used the Nordic walking poles before, but it was really good to have a bit of a refresher. But what I find is that they give you a bit of extra stability, and also they really help you to get in a rhythm, and you feel that you're getting more benefit from the walking, because not only are they giving you the stability, but also you're doing probably exercising your core and your arms and different muscles you're walking more efficiently and effectively, so you're getting sort of a bit of a workout as well as actually helping you be able to walk properly. So it was actually really good fun and really enjoyable.
Would you encourage other people to start Nordic walking?
Well, I think it's definitely, for an amputee, I think it's definitely worth trying, because I think anything like that can give you some extra ideas for ways of walking that will actually improve your posture and help develop your core strength is a good thing. And I definitely feel that I'm less likely to fall over when I'm walking with them, so I think there's a double benefit. So I think it's quite fun and it's quite sociable, and we also tried out some other little exercises that you can do with the poles that help strengthen you different bits of the body. So they're kind of very multi-purpose. So they're very easy to take away with you and have. You can just have them in the back of the car, get them out when you go walking. So I think they're definitely worth. It's definitely worth giving it a try.
Okay, so we're here today at the Limb Power Games at Stoke Mandeville Stadium, and we have Kira, who is the
Hello.
CEO of Limb Power, and we've been doing some Nordic walking today. So Kira, why do you like Nordic walking?
For me, it's about mobility. So as an above-knee amputee, I find walking harder than things like cycling, for example. So when I try to do challenges, I might join Helen for her 5k walking, for example, and I find that I kind of get left behind. I have two issues. One, my speed. I'm just slower, and that's partly through the follow-through of the leg, but mostly because of my own sort of muscle control. And the other one is obviously that because I'm an above-knee amputee, so I weight bear from the ischial bone, so my socket comes all the way up to here and I'm weight bearing from the bone here. So when I'm walking, the socket rubs on the inside here, which can be pretty uncomfortable and sometimes painful. But with the Nordic walking, you're putting less pressure through the leg when you're walking, because you're using the poles to propel you forward. So I'm finding that I can walk faster and further, which means that I can exercise more. And as I'm getting older, I want to make sure that I continue to exercise to keep mobile.
Is this a sport that you would recommend for everybody and all ages?
Absolutely, definitely all ages. So my 7-year-old has her own walking poles, and sometimes she comes with me, sometimes she doesn't. But actually, for me, the thing about Nordic walking is that if you're struggling with walking, which many amputees do, it actually makes walking easier, because you're using the poles, so they help with balance. The balance can be an issue for some people, particularly if you're a double amputee, you might have issues with balance. And having the poles gives you that little bit of extra security, and it also gives you that balance, so you feel a little bit more confident, but also it helps propel you forward. And I think people were saying that you use 90% of your muscle groups for Nordic walking, so you're getting a much better workout, which means that you can be more active.
Is it a social event as well?
Absolutely. What I like, particularly coming to the events, so when I come to the games and I do Nordic walking, there's normally a group of say 10 or 12 of you. For the workshop today, we've been doing it in groups of 4, with the idea being that we're trying to learn a little bit more. But you end up chatting to people, and because you're walking, you can still talk, so you can have a good conversation, and people start talking about their mobility issues they're facing, and then you can discuss what you do. So, for example, I talk to people about the fact that I use a medicated talcum powder if I'm sweating, how I deal with rubbing of the socket. So, for example, if I'm going to be doing any walking, running or cycling, I use a chafing cream, and I have compu plaster. So if I get a blister, I just put the plaster on and then I carry on. So you have conversations, and everybody shares the different things that they do to help them overcome any barriers that they're facing with their prosthesis.